What's up, everybody out there watching this? This show is the not the takeover. What the fuck am I thinking? The Countdown. Another edition of the Countdown. This is a top 10. I do a lot of top 5s, a lot of top 10s. Maybe I'll even do top 20s sometimes, or top 15s. Even though the top 15 really makes no sense. Top 10 biggest fails, or biggest WWE fails, in my opinion. So here we go with the top 10 biggest WWE / WWF fails. I don't think, well, there is one from when they were still called WWF. So here we go. Number 10 was it was god-awful, bad storyline. It did not work. And actually, when they announced it on Raw that Donald Trump was... It's pretty getting dark in here, so I'm going to turn this TV on. Anyways, Donald Trump, I think it was 2008 or 9 on Raw in the summer. I don't think it was 2010. It was 2008 or 9. It was announced by Donald Trump that he bought Vince McMahon's stock, or all his stock, and he was the new CEO of WWE, and he was the new owner of the WWE. It was fucking stupid and ridiculous. Nobody believed it anyways, but it was pretty stupid. And when Donald Trump announced he was the new CEO, I think he said that. I don't really remember what he said, and I don't care what he said. But when he announced he was the new owner of the WWE and Vince McMahon was no longer the owner, the WWE stock dropped way the fuck down. When Donald Trump announced he was the new owner of WWE, the stock went way the fuck down. That was pretty damn funny, so they eventually had to tell everybody that no, Donald Trump was not the real owner. Vince still was. That was pretty funny that the stock was actually affected by Donald Trump's announcement that he was the new owner of WWE. That was pretty damn funny. Number 9, biggest fail by WWE was having Hornswoggle be revealed as Mr. McMahon's illegitimate son. That was dumb as fuck. Hornswoggle, they claimed, was Vince's son. On the Raw 15th anniversary, he was revealed as Vince's son. It was ridiculous and stupid, and I hated it. So there's my number 9, Hornswoggle being revealed as Mr. McMahon's son. It was dumb as shit. It was awful. Number 8, biggest fail, is the Core. Wade Barrett was in the Core. I guess he was a leader. Also, I believe Heath Slater was in it. Ezekiel Jackson was in it. I don't remember who else. Maybe Justin Gabriel. I don't really remember. But the Core was a god-awful group. They did not work. Number 7, biggest fail by WWE. Another group. Another giant fail of a wrestling faction. Another giant fail. The Social Outcasts. I'm not a fan of theirs. They're never going to get pushed. They're never going to win a title. They're never even going to get a pay-per-view match. So why are they still together? Because a stupid creative has nothing for them. Axel's a talent. Slater, I don't like Slater, but he does have talent in the ring. Bo Dallas, he even has talent. Bo Dallas, if you think about it, the guy's a former NXT champion. That's pretty pathetic that he was an NXT champion. The Bo Leave gimmick where his videos, and then at the end you go, Bo Leave. That was okay. I didn't have a problem with that gimmick. But then Bo Dallas was eventually, I believe, got injured, or he's just been buried. So the Social Outcast is a social mess. because Adam Rose, another member or ex-member, Adam Rose was busted in failed a drug test by WWE, gave him a drug test, he failed it, and I guess he's on some medication as prescribed by his doctor. So he shouldn't have really failed the drug test. He shouldn't have failed the drug test and been suspended for 60 days. I believe this was his second violation of failing a drug test. Now the news is, because I have the news on there, showing that damn gorilla that was murdered by the Cincinnati Zoo. That was pathetic. The gorilla shouldn't have been murdered. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do a damn thing wrong. It wasn't the gorilla's fault that a stupid little kid climbed in the gorilla exhibit. Pathetic that they killed the gorilla. And I know that a 4-year-old little kid is a human, and you gotta protect humans over animals, but I don't think they should have killed the gorilla, and it pisses me off that they did kill him, because the gorilla was 17 years old, and again, I believe the gorilla was just protecting the little kid. He pulled him away because those fucking dumb adults were screaming and probably annoying the gorilla and scaring him. So that's why he ran away with the kid. I don't believe the gorilla would have injured the kid. It's pretty pathetic. Damn pathetic that they murdered that gorgeous looking gorilla. Anyways, back to my top 10. I just had to get that off my chest because they're showing that story again in front of my face, showing that gorilla again, and it pisses me off that he was murdered. Number 7, Social Outcast, one of the biggest fails in WWE. Adam Rose getting busted for the drug test, and then the fucker got arrested for domestic violence. Another stupid thing that Adam Rose did. I mean, I read what he did. He tried to make his wife not call the police. He took the phone away from her, and then he went up to her, screamed in her face, grabbed her face. That's wrong. So Adam Rose has been released by WWE. That's not surprising. And he should be released because nobody should ever do domestic violence on their wife or girlfriend. And if they do, they should be fired from their job. So the Social Outcasts, I guess they're still together. And if you want to see them wrestle, watch Superstars or Main Event. I'm sure you'll see them on those shows that nobody watches. So that was number 6. Number 5, biggest fail by WWE is Corporate Kane. I hated Corporate Kane. In the beginning, it was okay for 1 or 2 months, 3 months, but after going on for over 6 months of Corporate Kane, it was god-awful, and it was enough already. So that's my number 5. Biggest fail by WWE, Corporate Kane. Not saying Glenn Jacobs, the man that played the character Corporate Kane, I'm not saying he did a bad job. He did the best he could. But it was a big fail by WWE, giving him Corporate Kane gimmick. Maybe Glenn Jacobs wanted to play Corporate Kane. I don't know, but I didn't like the gimmick. I hated it. Number 4, biggest fail is the Kiss My Ass Club, the Mr. McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. I admit, the first 2 times it was pretty funny. When Vince actually pulled his... Vince was like 50... This was 15 years ago. When Vince pulled his pants down live on Raw in November of 2001. He pulled his pants down, had his ass exposed, his super white ass, pale white ass exposed, and had William Regal kiss his ass to keep his job as general manager of WWE, or as commissioner, not general manager. So Regal kissed Vince's ass, and Vince made him put chapstick on his lips before he did it. It was pretty humiliating for Regal. If I was Regal, I would not agree to do that. I'd rather be fired and kiss a fucking... Vince was... Let's see, Vince is 70 now, so at the time Vince had to be 55 years old. Pretty pathetic. When you go to your job and your boss tells you, oh yeah, tonight on the show, you're going to get down on your knees and kiss my ass. Because I said so. And if you don't, you're probably going to be fired. Anyways, I would have liked to see Vince get down on his knees and kiss somebody's ass. But that would never happen. Because it's his company. Again, the Kiss My Ass Club was a funny idea. It was funny the first 2 times Vince did it. But then after that, like, he pulled his pants down like 4 or 5 more times he did it. And he had JR kiss his ass, which was pretty damn ridiculous, and it was pretty damn funny also. Because it was in Oklahoma, JR's hometown, and for some reason The Undertaker came out to save JR. I just watched this Raw on the network. Undertaker comes out to save Jim Ross, and Vince looks scared out of his mind. I believe Kurt Angle came out also. And Kurt Angle came out and was about to force JR to kiss Vince's ass. And then The Undertaker came out and made the save. Undertaker gets on the mic and says, basically bashes Vince and says, you are unreal. You are out of your mind for doing this. You really want, and you really thought that JR, this man, was going to kiss your ass. Then Undertaker goes, I've been here a long damn time. I have survived. I have seen them all come through here. Undertaker, Warrior, Macho Man, Hogan, Piper. He says, but I'm still here. I'm the survivor. I'm still here. And then he turns around and says to JR, you're going to kiss his ass. Or something. Undertaker says, you think you're better, or Undertaker goes, I have kissed Vince's ass for the last decade. And then Undertaker turns around and says to JR, you think you're better than me? You think you're better than me? And then he goes, you're going to kiss this man's ass. And then Undertaker punches JR, knocks him down, grabs JR by the head, and then they shove JR's face onto Vince's ass. Thankfully, JR moved his head sideways so he didn't get Vince's ass. At least he didn't get stuck in between his ass cheeks and the ass crack, because that would have been pretty disgusting. Anyways, that's my number 4, the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. The first 2 times were funny. And when Vince was going to make Stone Cold kiss his ass, that was funny. But after that, it wasn't funny anymore. It was stupid. Number 3, biggest fail, is the anonymous Raw general manager. The fucking anonymous Raw general manager was ridiculous. It was way overdone. I mean, they fucking did that gimmick where the computer made that stupid little beeping phone noise. Like message noise you get on a computer from, I don't know what site makes that noise. Maybe Facebook does it when you get a message. I don't really know or remember, but it made that stupid annoying noise. And then we go, oh, Cole would go, we got a message from the anonymous general manager. I got to get up. And Cole would get up from commentary, take his headphones off, get up and always announce that we just got an email from the Raw anonymous general manager, and I have to read it, because why did they always send Michael Cole to read the fucking emails? We didn't need to hear that from Cole. And once somebody snapped, I think it was Edge, somebody snapped and threw the computer on the ground and broke it. I love that, when somebody broke the computer, so we didn't have to hear that fucking anonymous annoying noise of the general manager sending Cole emails. The anonymous GM was probably Michael fucking Cole, if you ask me. So number 3, most annoying, most stupid crap they did for months and months and months. They probably did it for over a year or longer. Number 3 biggest fail is the anonymous Raw general manager. It was shit. It was boring, and it was overdone, and it was enough already. My number two is biggest fail is the WWE's ECW brand. This was crap from the first show on Sci-Fi, where the Sandman came out and beat the crap out of some indie wrestler that was dressed as a zombie. Because let's have zombies come out because we're on the Sci-Fi channel. So let's have a zombie try to attack the Sandman. It's getting even fucking darker. So there we go, lights on. Anyways, get this TV off. Zombie comes out, Sandman destroys them with the cane. And I did hear that WWE actually wanted a person dressed as an alien to come out and Sandman destroy them with the Singapore cane, but Sci-Fi did not like that idea. They actually were pissed about it, and they refused to have an alien be attacked by the Sandman. Why? I don't know. What they think? Nobody else is ever going to watch the Sci-Fi channel because a fucking person dressed as an alien got beat up by a drunken Singapore cane cigarette smoking Sandman? No. People would have still watched the Sci-Fi and your fucking crap movies you put out of giant fucking ants and giant bugs attacking people. I hate those fucking movies. Sci-Fi is some of the dumbest, most ridiculous movies of all time that I refuse to watch, and they're not entertaining, they're crap. The only movie that is kind of entertaining is the Sharknado movies. Those are kind of entertaining. But all the other movies they've come up with were absolute garbage and just stupid. Like, not even B and C bad horror movies and bad sci-fi movies. They're Z. They are Z. Bad Z sci-fi movies. They are some of the worst. Anyways, Sci-Fi's ratings, I guess, are way down. That's why they put the Raw replay on Friday nights, so people will actually fucking watch Sci-Fi again. So maybe the Raw replay can save Sci-Fi, because nobody watches it. At least I don't. So my number 2, again, the WWE's ECW brand. It was shit. It was not the original ECW. That's what I wanted to see. Yes, they hired Boz Mahoney, Justin Credible, C.W. Anderson, Danny Doring, Sabu, RVD was there. But stupidly, they had the Big Show defeat RVD because the Big Show supposedly was WWE's choice for being the ECW World Champion, which was fucking ridiculous and a giant fail. And Big Show was super out of shape in 2006. Go back, watch SummerSlam 2006, Big Show against Sabu. Big Show looked like he was 700 pounds. He was really overweight. So my number 2, again, WWE's ECW brand. I'm going to end this video very soon. My number 1, biggest fail. This is part 2 of my top 10 WWE, WWF biggest fails. This is part 2. I might do a part 3. Number 1, the invasion angle of WCW and ECW working together versus the WWF. The invasion was crap. It could have been way better. If they would have had the NWO, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hollywood Hogan, it would have been better. If they would have had Goldberg, it would have been better. If they would have had Sting, it would have been better. If they would have had Ric Flair, it would have been better. But instead, nothing against DDP or Booker T. I'm a fan of both of theirs. They are legends. But Booker T coming in as WCW champion, and I believe he's U.S. champion still also. Booker T coming in, he couldn't save the Invasion storyline. DDP couldn't save it. Even, I was kind of excited when Paul Heyman left commentary, went into the ring and cut a promo and said that the Tribe of Extreme was back. Raven, Tommy Dreamer, Taz, Mike Awesome, Lance Storm, Just Incredible, Rhino. They were all in the ring with Paul Heyman because they were all ECW originals. RVD also was there. So when ECW joined the Invasion storyline, it got a little bit better, but it only lasted maybe a month. The highlight of the Invasion storyline angle for me was the Invasion pay-per-view. It was a pretty damn good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. But after that pay-per-view, everything went downhill. In WWF and Vince, of course, he was going to bury WCW. Because what happened? At Survivor Series 2001, winner-take-all match, Vince had Team WWF win. So then WCW, ECW, and all the wrestlers were fired, basically, or had to beg for jobs. So, of course, Vince was going to do that because we were not going to have Monday Night Raw go away and have WCW Nitro come back. Vince just wouldn't do that. He probably wanted to prove a point because of his ego, that he killed WCW, and he was going to kill it at the end of 2001, and he did. We haven't seen it, a WCW return since, and we're not gonna. We did see a ECW return because they had 2 one-night stand pay-per-views and the ECW brand, but that wasn't ECW. That was a cheap rip-off version. That wasn't even a rip-off version of ECW. That was a PG ECW, which would never work. But whatever, people still chant ECW sometimes. It was a great company. In my opinion, ECW was something different when I first saw it. It was totally different. It was revolutionary, innovative. It was great. But what WWE did with WWE's ECW brand, that's my number 2 biggest fail. My number 1, the Invasion angle. That was worse than the WWE's ECW brand. Bye for now, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my top 10 biggest WWF WWE fails part 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy. Also, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make new videos every week. I try to do TNA reviews, Monday Night Raw reviews. I do at least once or twice a month, and a lot of other videos I do, not just reviews. So bye for now, everybody. Enjoy your Tuesday.